My name's Lars. I'm a missionary. I travel all over the world leading teams. We focus primarily on ministry to youth or to the homeless or just the people we encounter on the streets. My most recent trip was Costa Rica. I just returned home about 2.5 weeks ago, and this was a pleasure to lead this specific team. I had 7 students, and we went to San Jose and we stayed with an organization called YWAM, Youth with a Mission. We stayed at their base there in San Jose, and I think sort of maybe like a takeaway for me, or even something I focused on going into it, was just the simplicity of walking with the Lord. I think there's a verse in 2 Thessalonians that says that we should aspire to live quietly, to mind our own affairs, and to work with our own hands, that we might find favor in the eyes of unbelievers. And I notice a lot of times in our faith we get discontent and we hunger for fame or for fortune or just these worldly things, and we miss out a lot on the benefits of working hard and loving the Lord in simplicity. So the beauty of this outreach to me was these students doing what they would call grunt work. Especially at the beginning of the outreach, they called things grunt work. They would say like, "Oh, I don't want to go paint this house because it's just grunt work," or "I don't want to dig a hole, like I don't want to lay a foundation, no one cares, I want to go preach in a church." I think one thing I've seen over this outreach is that lots of times we aspire for a pulpit, or we aspire for a place to share our opinion or a place of value, and instead the Lord hands us a shovel. And we get to honor Him and love Him with our day in and day out. I think lots of times what blesses His heart more than someone who can get up in front of a pulpit and impress people or help, or change people's minds, is someone who can love Him in the simple daily tasks. So this outreach, we built homes for the poor and the hopeless. And we worked with kids, the children of prostitutes. We play games with them. We don't even speak Spanish. We don't even speak their local language, but we can show love through what we do. We would spend time working in adventure camps with like rich Costa Rican kids, and we would just spend time with them in the evenings around campfires. We would sing with them, play with them, talk with them, have good conversations with them. I think relationship is the most radical way we can touch people, and I've seen that so much over this outreach, and that we can build relationships with people through our ministry, or through whatever we learn, read the Bible, or we have all these places to share our opinions, but they don't really change people. What changes people is relationship, is the depth and intimacy and vulnerability. And when we open up and we show those things, that's where we get real breakthrough. That's really where we find value in our lives. The greatest impact we can have in people's lives is when we're being relational with them. When we give them the time of day, when we spend time, we ask them who they are, how we can help them, how they can help us. When we really engage in relationship with people, it's the biggest transformation that we can have.